Good day, everyone. My name is Anabea Picomigod, and I'm the first reporter and the little teacher of Studyhub 4. So now, we will tackle about the learner-centered pedagogy. Before we start our lesson, let me share with you our learning objectives. We have three objectives. These are things we aim to achieve by the end of our discussions. First, we will discuss what learner-centered teaching is. We will talk about different methods and strategies we can use to make sure our teaching fit every student, considering their gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. Second, we will learn how to choose the right teaching methods that match in the different methods, learning styles, and backgrounds of our students. And third, we will learn how to plan or design teaching strategies that can help students who are in difficult situations and have special educational needs. Now let's move to our discussion. What is learner-centered pedagogy? Simply put, it is an approach where the students are the main focus. In this method, students are not just listeners. They are active participants in learning. In the traditional way, the teacher is the only source of knowledge. But in learner-centered teaching, students explore, ask questions, and discover information on their own. So what do we see inside a learner-centered classroom? Students participate actively in activities and discussions. Second, teachers act as facilitators or guides, not just lecturers. We help them learn instead of just telling them what to do. Next, learning is shaped by students' interests, experiences, and what they already know. And lastly, students develop important skills like critical thinking, working together, and solving problems. This approach helps students learn to cooperate, be independent, and really understand what they're studying. Now let's talk about delivery modalities. These are just different ways or methods we use to teach our students, especially when they are in different places or situations. First, we have face-to-face learning. This is the traditional method where teaching happens inside the classroom. So what are its characteristics? First, we have direct interactions, immediate feedback, um, discussions and collaborations, and supports social emotional development. So direct interactions, it is the teachers and students meet and talk personally. And next, the immediate feedback, it is if the student has a question, the teacher can answer it right away. While the discussion and collaboration, it is easy to have group work and share ideas. It is between the students and the teachers. It can the students to students team. Supports social emotional development. It is where students learn how to socialize and understand feelings. So what are its advantages? First is active engagement. Students are more focused and involved. They can be particularly actively and participate in the discussion. Next, we have the real-time communication. Ideas are exchanged immediately. Third, we have the immediate clarification. confusions and questions are answered right away. That's the advantages. So next we have the blended learning. Blended learning means combining face-to-face instruction with online learning. So students use digital tools and computers, but they also go to school for actual classes. Well, there are different types of or models of blended learning. First, we have the station rotation model. In this model, students move or rotate to different stations or areas in the classroom on a fixed schedule. Examples of stations, we have the online learning using gadgets or computers and the group discussion, talking and sharing with classmates. We also have here the teacher instruction. Um, the students listening and learning directly from the teacher. The last one is the individual activities. The students working alone on tasks. We may call them the independent and active students. The second types of blended learning, we have remote blended learning. It enrich virtual. Here students do most of their schoolworks online at home. They only meet their teachers or go to school sometimes, but not every day. Third one, we have the flipped classroom. The third types of blended learning. In this model, at home, students study the lesson first using videos or reading materials. And in school, class time is used for activities, discussion, and practice. It is like flipping or reversing the usual way of teaching. So last one, we have the mastery basis or the mastery-based blended learning. In this model, students move to next lesson only when they have fully understood or mastered the current topic. Assessment or checking is very important here to make sure they are really ready to move forward. To summarize, learner-centered teaching puts students first, and we can use different modalities like face-to-face and blended learning to help them learn better. That's all for my topic.